Ho, 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 ho. Get some. Welcome to Racin and stuff. Chris, what episode are we on?
15.
15? Oh, lucky number 15. A special day.
Would have been 16 had you not chosen.
Yeah, had I not abandoned you. Yeah, that's okay though, because it's a special day, and it's so special that we have our friend.
Right. It's special because everything is digital now. They made that switch.
Yes, I don't know. Is Wabanzi's channel digital? Or is FBTV digital?
It doesn't have to be. It has to be now.
Yes,
everything's digital
everything
now.
has to.
All
Sorry,
right.
that's not why it's special.
Maybe it'll look better.
I was kidding. That's not why it's special.
Oh, it's special because we have Paul Sauer here. Did I say that right? Didn't I?
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
Good. Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
How's it going, Chris?
How you doing? Good. You happy to be here today?
Yeah, man, this is cool.
Yeah.
He actually hates it. He doesn't want to be here at all.
No, not at all.
Paul's been a big help with us on the show, and he's a big sports fan. And I actually admire his sports fandom. I wish I was half the sports fan that he was. So
he's lying right now. Don't let Doug fool you. Don't let Doug fool you. He's lying.
I am offended, sir.
And before when I was getting ready to come in today, I was trying to think. I'm going to be on the show. What should I wear? And I thought, I shouldn't really. I wasn't sure if I should wear something that is for a certain team, but then I remember Doug's got his little
I got my hat on
junior hat on, so I was like, okay, sweet, I can wear my
I think it's important that the listeners know what we are fans of right away. So I never hit it. You're a big Chicago sports fan in every respect.
Go
so
Cubs.
you don't really have a NASCAR driver, but that's okay. I mean,
nobody's
perfect.
No, if I had to pick one, I would pick Junior because I was a senior fan.
Take it. Take that. Take that.
Come on, if you're an Earnhardt fan, aren't you a Junior fan by default?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, except me. I was a Earnhardt fan.
Yeah. Really?
You didn't know that?
I know you're a Jeff Gordon fan since I've always known you.
I shouldn't say huge. I should not say huge. I liked Dale Earnhardt, so I guess I didn't like him enough to like his son.
Okay. Well,
Huge
anyway,
is not the right word.
Anyway, we're on a tangent here. So we had a big race this weekend. Well, it wasn't a big race. It was just an average race at Michigan. It was big because I was there, and I had that awesome. I'm a fan. I can tell you all the interesting little stuff that happened. So
Doug used his special media press pass for the show to get in and everything.
Yeah, I won a contest to get in the garage area on Friday, and the garage area, by that I mean I got to talk to some truck drivers for about an hour.
Who did you talk to, by the way? You never did tell me.
Truck drivers?
Yeah.
I met Todd Bodine and a couple of young guys, Rick Crawford. I met Uncle Terry.
Terry Cook?
Yeah, I met Terry Cook, and we told him that we called him Uncle Terry, and he was amused. And he tried to convince me to go to the truck race next week, and I was like, yeah, sure, humoring him, which is really funny that I should never have to humor a cup driver or a driver.
You should have offered to. You should have been like, I'll go if you pay for it.
Yeah, well, he was. Yeah, I think he was one of those.
Oh, it's in St. Louis, isn't it?
No, it's in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's funny. I'll tell you more about it later. But
okay,
yeah. But I'd like to think that being there, I had a point of view that most people don't have. But first of all, I want to know, as somebody who watched it, or at least watched most of it, what did you think of the race as opposed to what I thought?
It was average at best. It was average at best. You know how I feel about Michigan.
Which I completely disagree with. Michigan is awesome.
Yeah, but it was. I read an article and I completely agree with it. The finish made up for the lack of race.
Oh yeah, well, and being there.
And this is I mean, obviously, I know you were there.
No. Well, I'm saying being there. As long as there's something to remember the race by, it's all good. I've been at races that I've come home and heard that that race was a stinker, and I'm like, really? I loved it. As long as there's something that I can take away from that was that was really fun or really cool. I mean, remember that Busch race that we were at in Chicago in 2004 where Justin Labonte won after. Who was it? Keller ran out of gas in the last lap and all that. I mean, that race wasn't that great, but we remember it because it was Justin Labonte, and we were idiots screaming.
Paul, what'd you think of the race?
You know what? I saw the end, and that was about it. So I know.
Well, you saw the best part then.
Yeah, apparently.
yeah, it was the best part of the race.
Oh no, I take that back. I did also notice someone crashing into the water barrels.
Yeah, that was right in front of me. By the way.
Oh, was
I was
it really?
I was actually where we were sitting. We were looking straight down pit road. So what is everybody stood up around me because I didn't see because I was looking the other direction from the direction he spun, and we all stood up and all you see is smoke, and then all of a sudden this black thing comes out of nowhere and smashes into the water barriers.
Who was it, by the way?
David Strimmy. He drives the 12 car for Penske. And actually, it's funny. The last time I was at Michigan too in 2005, somebody hit that water barrier too. I think it happens every time I'm there. Apparently.
That's funny. That is funny.
But it was the only legitimate caution of the day. because they had 2 debris cautions, which I did not see a single emergency.
Mysterious debris,
I did not
yeah.
see a single emergency truck come out of the infield for those debris cautions.
Really?
Yeah, I did not. No. Yeah, we were all, because it was like 70 laps of green flag racing. Johnson had like a 7-second lead, and the caution comes out for debris. Yeah. It's boring. We want to get everybody bunched up close together caution.
Oh, wow.
Which they do.
It really?
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're not fooling anyone.
Yeah, and it's gotten really bad as of late. You know, if it gets too long in a row, green flag, there will be a debris caution.
It's not even, they don't even hide it anymore. I mean, or it's not,
they don't. I mean, they'll tell you it's debris, but that's all they're saying.
Okay, if they feel they have to do that, and I'm not saying I would support this, but if they feel they have to do that, why don't they just make every race a restrictor plate race?
That is a tricky proposition, mostly because the restrictor plates wouldn't work most places.
You know what comes into my head right now? New Hampshire.
Yeah, they did that for a race in 2000. I don't know if you remember that race. They put restrictor plates on the 1 mile trek in Loudon,
They
New
did
Hampshire.
it for safety because there was a lot of issues.
And the one driver led all the laps.
See, I'm not a fan of the restrictor plate races.
I'm not either. It's that
I am.
They're exciting on the big tracks. On the small tracks, it wouldn't work.
Can you imagine a restrictor plate at Bristol?
It wouldn't. It would just everybody would be on the gas the whole time. It wouldn't work. It would really take up the fun out of Bristol and a lot of other tracks.
Well, I think since we're on that, I might as well bring it up for a second because I mean, it's very interesting because had you not been there, you wouldn't have seen the no cars or no debris or emergency vehicles come out to So what's interesting is I don't know if I 100%. It's kind of a catch-22 kind of thing. Like, but I think it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about NASCAR playing God, if you will. Playing with the outcome of the race because that would be like a ref, you know what I mean, in like a football game or something, like doing something. I don't know.
I really thought you were going to say like in a basketball game doing something.
Well, I just don't. I would like to. I want to stay away from that.
Right.
I don't know if I agree with that 100%.
Well, I think everybody is aware that's part of the game, and once you're aware that's how it works, there's nothing you can do about it. Just go with it,
It really intrigues me that you did not actually see an emergency vehicle go out there.
Well, and then I mean, we joke about it all the time, this is it's boring caution, I expect there to be a couple in race at this point. So, actually after about 60 laps and all that, and I know we had green flag pit stops, I'm sitting here going, okay, so when's the debris caution going to come out? I actually started thinking that. And sure enough,
after hearing all that, I have to agree with Chris. I don't think that's right that's manipulating the race.
It is, but they've been manipulating lots of things in the sport for the last few years now.
Though I still don't think that makes it. I mean, yeah, you're right. I still don't think that necessarily makes it 100% right.
At the end of the day, you have to understand that it's NASCAR's ball, and they can take and go home at any time they choose, and it's not going to change. They will do what they want. Yeah. And here's the thing though: those cautions didn't do anything that changed the outcome.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if anything, it made it more exciting for a few laps.
If it did change the outcome, the point becomes stronger. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I mean, you're right, but it's like, as far as the issues go, as far as there are so many more things I'm concerned about in the world of NASCAR right now than mystery debris cautions.
Yeah. What's interesting also, it's happened second week in a row. The leader after the restarts has chosen the outside again.
Yeah, every restart, and I that was interesting, but it works.
Well, when we get to like Bristol, let's see what they do.
Yeah, well, Bristol and Martinsville, they'll be on the inside. I think this week is the first week we're going to see guys choose the inside because it's going to be a road course.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as someone who, I've watched the races, I don't really know any of the strategy to it. Why would they choose the outside on the restart as opposed to the inside?
Well, right now because of part of it is because the cars are so aero sensitive right now with this new Car of Tomorrow body that they've been using the last couple of years, and also because when you're on the outside, you can pinch that guy down the inside and he'll get loose. And people a lot of drivers have been talking about how right now the cars are so finicky. They don't like being side by side. They don't like being inside of somebody in the corner that. The chance of you getting loose if somebody pinches you down in the corner, like at a place like Michigan or Pocono, where they have these big, wide, sweeping turns, can really, it'll really, hamper you and cause you to have to let off the gas and all that. Yeah.
Because what happens is when there's a car when you're on the inside and there's a car to the outside of you, normally the natural progression of the car coming off of a turn is to naturally slide up just enough to And what happens is not only can they not do that, so you have to hold it, they have to tighten the wheel and keep it tighter as I hit the mic. There's all the natural air